Hi, and welcome to my Random Ruminations. So, the same-sex marriage referendum is coming up really soon. And while it is a really good thing, and it does show that Ireland has come a long way, the fact that this question is being asked at all, it does open up the non-LG section of the LGBTQ, yada yada yada, community to a terrifying possibility. And that possibility is this: that after decades of our standing shoulder to shoulder with the lesbian and gay side part of the community, once this referendum is done, a lot of those people are probably going to take their toys and go home. Guess what? While that might be the end game for a lot of lesbian and gay activists, the reality is it's not the end game at all. The simple fact of the matter is, even if the marriage referendum passes, we're going to have to still have the situation where gay people cannot donate blood, or because of an archaic law that was put into place during a period of utter panic because of the HIV epidemic in the 1980s. And it was utter panic and a lack of understanding for how HIV and AIDS work. To this day, if you've had same-sex relations, you cannot give blood. Yeah. Next, you have the utter invisibility of bi people in Irish society. I'm sorry, I know so many bi people, and they may as well not exist as far as the as far as the LG segment of the LGBT umbrella are concerned. Bisexuals are just there to make up the numbers. Oh yes, we have the X number of people, as long as we count the bis. Oh yeah, and the trannies. Yeah, that's the next thing. I'm transgendered. I've made no bones about it. I've made no effort to hide that fact. Here's the thing. In Irish law, if I was married and I wanted to change my birth cert, under the legislation that's coming through at the moment, I would be legally required to divorce my partner and not live with them, even if I still loved them and I had a solid, reliable, happy marriage. It does happen. And one of the big problems with that is you have to, in order to get a divorce, you have to be separated with irreconcilable differences from your partner for a certain number of years. If you still love them and the only reason you want the divorce is in order to get your birth certificate updated, that's not an you legally cannot get divorced. That's not an irreconcilable difference. You know? Add to that the fact that the High Court still essentially require you to pick a name from an authorized list. You know, your name. The one thing when you transition that should be truly your choice. No, you can't have that name. It's not on the list. I know people this has happened to. And again, bi people and trans people, if a trans woman has a relationship with a man, she's classed as being in a same-sex relationship by the state, which means she can't give blood. And a bi person who has had sexual contact with someone of the same gender can't give blood. Same-sex marriage, yes, it is something that it should be something that's fought over, but it's not the end of the fight. We're still not equal. Even if we get married, all that means is that a certain group of Irish society has let us into their own little club. But with the way that it's been worded and the way that it's happening, they haven't even really done that. Yeah, it's bullshit. And it really does worry me that the large contingents of the LG activist community are just going to take their balls and go home. And pun was intended there, by the way. See what I did? But I really, genuinely expect a large number of them to just walk away from the fight. Yeah. So, in essence, what I'm saying is please do vote yes. There are same-sex families out there that need protection. They need the protection of inheritance rights. They need the protection of pension rights. They need the protection of having an entitlement to your share of the household in case your relationship falls apart. We need marriage rights, yes. But I'm also begging the lesbian and gay section of the activist community, don't just go home after this. Don't declare victory. Do not do a George Bush and have a big poster, mission accomplished. It's not accomplished. Huge parts of your community are still not equal. Even if this passes, trans people and bi people are still not going to be equals. Trans people and bi people are still essentially going to be invisible. Well, we've stood shoulder to shoulder with you for decades now. We've fought alongside you. I may not man barricades, but I do email and write letters to politicians to the point where I think they probably hate me. So don't abandon us. We didn't abandon you. And that's it. I'm done. So I will talk to you all again soon. Have a great day. Bye.